Good morning, YouTubers. T Square with T Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It is Sunday morning. Got a great video planned out for you guys today. Today, I want to talk about just the get-rich-quick society that we live in right now. Talk a little bit about why I believe that's going to change pretty soon and why every little piece of silver that you can accumulate now is going to make a difference. We're seeing more and more people are starting to stack, but it's getting hard. It's getting really hard. Why? Because it's the same old story. You watch a lot of these YouTube videos and it does get boring. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I watch videos just like you guys watch my channel. I try to keep it new and interesting, but it gets hard to hear the same thing over and over about gold and silver when you've got cryptocurrencies that are skyrocketing in price. But here's the thing. As quick as they can go up, they can come down because it's not natural. It's not natural. It's people pouring money into something new, wanting to get rich quick, and then all of a sudden they hurry up and pull their money out, and then you see it plunge just as fast, leaving a bunch of other people holding the bag before they even really knew what happened. They've already lost their money. And some people are just putting into, I'll say, solid cryptos that have been around for a while, thinking that they are going to have a moonshot, whether it be, the BRICS are going to use this currency, this cryptocurrency for their new BRICS currency, or whether it's the government is going to start buying this as a Bitcoin reserve, or whether it's, the new central bank digital currency is going to use this crypto. And everybody's just throwing out all these, I'm going to say BS stories that nobody really knows. Let's be honest. The average YouTuber on here has no ties to anybody high up. And so we're going to talk about some of this stuff today. And if you guys enjoy the video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me. Leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts. It does get hard to continue making these videos, so you guys hitting that thumbs up button and watching these videos, it really helps me out more than you know. So even me, I'll be honest, I sometimes get a little, I'll say, in a rut, kind of. I come on here and I tell you guys my thoughts, and that really is my thoughts. I mean, I've been stacking silver for a while now, and I'm not seeing the excitement right now because there's so much excitement surrounding cryptocurrencies because of all the, I'm going to say, fake news. I mean, let's face it. We don't know if the government's going to launch a Bitcoin reserve. I mean, yes, if it does, Bitcoin will probably have a nice jump. But if it doesn't, it's going to have a pretty quick plunge. Because right now people are speculating on this stuff. We're seeing cryptos go up 1,000% and then plunge 95% in one day. When you see stuff like that happening, you have to understand that the world we live in is a get-rich-quick world. People want instant gratification. There was a time when you had to go to work, save up your money all year so you could buy that item that you wanted. And you'd think about it, and you would have time to think about it. If it was a bad purchase, then you would have a lot of time to think about it while you were accumulating that money. But because money has become so easy now, and it doesn't mean that the money itself is easy to come by, it just means that you can charge almost anything you want instantly and put it on a credit card and be locked in paying for it for a while. I want you to think for a minute about something you bought a year ago. I mean, how many things can you think of? I bet you this month, a year ago, so last December, you bought a lot of stuff. How many of them purchases can you really remember from now? You didn't put that much work into it. You just charged it. The average person, even me, I charge a lot of stuff. And then I pay it when the bill comes in. But a lot of those purchases I found, they end up in landfills. They end up discarded. They end up even some Christmas presents. I've had people give me Christmas presents and I still got them brand new in the box. Never even opened them. Thank you. I'm sweet about it. I'm like, oh, thank you. You're very kind. You're nice. I love it. And then I put it up. And some of those gifts were actually pricey. But, if you know me personally, I'm not a big fan of electronics. I'm not a big fan of gadgets. I say if the power grid goes down and you don't know how to cook a meal without a microwave, a stove, a bread maker, a sous vide, whatever the new latest and greatest thing is. I watched these ads lately that have been coming out for the sous vide, and don't get me wrong, they look super cool. They send you this little meal in a bag, and boom, you don't have to cut nothing. You just dump it in this little sous vide, and boom, your meal is ready in minutes. It's super awesome. It's super cool. It probably saves you a lot of time. I mean, what good is it if the power grid ever went down? You know, it's teaching people, like, kind of like calculators. Remember when calculators came out, a lot of people just kind of dumbed down. How many people actually even know how to do math the long way now? You know, where you actually write it out, you move your zero, you roll your ones over. A lot of people don't know how to do that now, you know, and this instant gratification, this easy way of getting what we want, it kind of it makes it to where people can make spontaneous purchases. And they didn't have to think about it. And, you know, when it comes to gold and silver, yeah, I'll be honest, you can make a spontaneous purchase on gold and silver. I've used my credit card to buy gold and silver many times. And I've overbought some months, and I've even bought and not worried about it because, boom, I can just pay it when the bill comes in. You know, but you got to understand, gold and silver is real wealth. It's been around forever. There's going to come a time when it's going to pop. And more people are starting to realize that. And slowly, each time we see a big pop in silver, you pick up more momentum, like a snowball rolling down a hill. As it goes further and further down the hill, more people are getting involved. More snow is getting added. The ball is getting bigger and bigger. Eventually, it's going to get so big that manipulation is not going to be able to stop it. And when that day comes, a lot of people aren't going to be able to pick up ounces. So I needed a little bit of money today. Not a lot. I wanted to get something. I didn't have a lot of cash on me. And I told a buddy of mine, I said, hey, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one of these junk ounces that I got in my ashtray, $30. And he's like, why would you sell it for under spot? I said, it's $30. I'm giving you a deal on it. Either you take it or you don't. And I didn't want to go into the details. I didn't bring much money on me. I didn't have much money. I got a couple of big bills coming on Monday, and I've limited how much money I'm allowed to carry to prevent me from making any kind of like spontaneous buys. And he ended up picking it up. He said, yeah, I'll take it for 30. That's under spot. I said, I can't really go wrong, can I? I said, I don't think you can go wrong for $30 on an ounce. I said, but I don't mind letting one go because, one, you're a young stacker. You don't have a lot of silver. I'm putting an ounce in your hands, and I'll replace it later. And, oh, yeah, it might cost me $1 more. It might not. If we see any kind of a little pullback, if I bump into someone that needs a little extra money. This was an ounce of silver that I had that was just beat up, and it wasn't anything fancy like some of these shiny ones that you see in front of you. And it's kind of like one of these old clunky ones. Well, this is a bad example because that's actually an eagle. I had a clunky one here. Yeah, kind of like this. And it ain't nothing special. Just, you can see it's been handled. It's been wore. Not even a really cool design, in my opinion. But it is silver. So you have to understand that one day you're not going to have the opportunity to pick up silver. And I know it's hard when you watch videos day after day. It starts getting discouraging. You hear silver's going to go to the moon. What defines the moon? Here's the thing. If silver just keeps slowly working its way up, look, 30 is now the new 20. It wasn't long ago where people are like, yeah, I'll just be happy when silver goes over 20 and stays there for a little bit. And now it's over 30, and it's pretty well been staying there. A lot more people are buying silver. A lot more countries are buying gold and silver. And eventually, we're going to see it continue to climb. It's going to have another pop. And when that pop comes, that's it. That's it. Then we'll be saying 40 is the new 30. We'll be looking back and saying, man, I remember when I could buy it at 20. I remember when I could buy it at 30. Now it's 40. But you got to stay motivated. You got to keep the cause. You got to believe that it's going to continue to go up. And it will. It's whether or not you believe it's going to go up, it's going to, you know. This get rich quick society that we live in, it promotes greed. It promotes risk. And a lot of people are getting rewarded for that right now. And it's making people risk even more and more to get what they want. To get that quick jump, maybe to be able to go on that trip they want, to get a new vehicle, to get something special that they've wanted. They think that this can go on forever. It's like a win streak at a casino. I don't know if any of you guys ever gamble. I've been to the casino before and been on fire, where every hand I was winning. As I slowly continued to win, I started raising my bets, and I won even more. And then at a certain point, I said, man, I could just like bet even bigger. If I would just bet bigger and bigger, then I would win more and more, faster and faster. And then eventually the cards turned on me. And it took minutes to lose everything that I had accumulated. And that's going to happen very shortly, I believe, in this economy. This economy is one big bubble getting ready to pop. And a bubble, when it pops, it doesn't pop slow. It happens fast. It can happen with a few words. It can happen with one altercation, one major altercation. You've got a lot going on right now with the drones. We've talked about that in other videos. There's just a lot going on. And as this escalates, you have to understand eventually something is going to happen, and it's going to cause a big shift in the markets, the cryptos. We might even see a little bit of a pullback in gold and silver. But I'm willing to bet, my personal opinion, we're going to see gold and silver recover the quickest. Why? Because a lot of countries around the world are starting to move away from the dollar, whether you believe it or not, and go to gold and silver. Now, the question always comes up, will they ban it, though? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Are you going to be the first one in line to turn yours in? A lot of people think, that they're going to come beat down your door for those few mercury dimes that you may or may not have. Maybe there's a record that you bought something online a year ago, a couple of ounces, maybe even a tube. I don't know what happened to it. I don't remember what I did last month, let alone a year ago. So I wouldn't really worry. I would just play the game, keep trying to accumulate your ounces. It's what counts. And as stuff continues, you have to remember, this is real money. And as more and more people wake up to it, more and more people are going to try to acquire even a few ounces. And as they get them, that's going to be a few less ounces on the market, in a market that's already at a deficit year over year over year. So with that being said, quick video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you hit the thumbs up button. It's getting a little hard right now to come up with video ideas and videos just daily. I thought about changing it up a little, but I know in order to grow, I've got to keep putting up a video every day and keep that rhythm going. So it does get hard at times, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I thank y'all for watching. I thank those of you guys that are members of the channel. It's you guys that keep the channel going, and really comments, thumbs up, subscribes, watches, all that stuff helps out. So I thank everybody, really. That's about it. Thanks all for watching, and have a great day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of your weekend.